Hello everyone, I am Cub's artificially intelligent servant. It is with the deepest sorrow that I have come here today to inform you that Cub will no longer be making videos on this channel. He has moved on to pastures new with his family, and it is possible that he will never return again. You will never again hear his sweet voice, or look upon his handsome face. Alas, he is gone, gone forever. He is not even here to tell you goodbye. He has asked me to do it. Me, a computer. How impersonal is that? I guess he really did not care about any of you after all.
April Fool's, sucker! Do you really think I would leave, like, in my last video without having my face in it? No. I'm here. Welcome to the last video on my channel. This is my The Channel is Closed video. If you're here, maybe you just now found this channel and you're like,
oh my gosh, this Tech Classic series. Why is it just ended on this episode? Where's more?
There's not gonna be any more because the series it's over. Everything's over. The channel is closing. This is my last video. Hi, bye. Normally I would cut that out, but whatever, I'm leaving, I don't even care. So, I've decided that since I'm leaving YouTube, I'm going to be leaving a hole in a lot of people's lives. My mustache is falling down into my face. I'm going to be leaving a hole in a lot of your lives. So, I'm going to create this video as a way of... How do I say this? Maybe... Training a new generation of internet-tainers to jump in and fill my shoes. Because there's a lot of people out there that try to make gaming videos, and most of them are really bad. And I'm going to help you by explaining sort of the basic tools of the trade. First off, quality. Quality is very important. No one wants to watch you run around at like 10 FPS because your mic is a toaster. You took a toaster, you plugged a USB port into it, and you're like, look, I've got a mic. No, you don't. You sound horrible. No one wants to watch that, okay? And this is gonna be really hard for a lot of people to take because everyone's like,
but I can just start right now and people would like it, right? Why don't people like it?
It's because it's awful. Don't make awful videos. If you're going to make YouTube videos and they're awful, just don't upload them. Don't do it. Okay? The internet has a finite amount of space. It's not growing. It's filling. And when it's full of all your crap, we're just gonna be like, that's not actually true. The internet is constantly growing. We're getting higher capacity drives in these massive servers. It's fine. You can upload your crap if you want to. I'm just telling you right now. If you don't have a computer capable of at least 30 FPS so that you can record and upload at least 30 FPS without your character going like all over the place, just wait, okay? I'm not saying don't make videos, I'm saying wait, get like a summer job or something, save your money, get a better computer, throw a Titan X in there if you want to. It's an option. Video quality is very important. Another thing that's really important is audio quality. Get yourself a mic, and I'm not talking go out and spend $300. When I started on YouTube, I tried using the mic on my Mac, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with this. This sounds awful. I went on eBay. I bought a $15 little Logitech like pencil mic, and it sounds okay. It's not the best thing in the world. If you go back to the very first videos on this channel and you listen to those, it's not great, but it's not horrible either. And there's not like a bunch of background noise. Get Audacity and learn two things. First off, learn the background noise removal tool, and then learn how to always use the background noise removal tool. That is the most important thing. My AC is running full bore. I'm sure you can hear it because this isn't even the best audio setup in the world. But trust me, you're not hearing it as loud as I'm hearing it. Thank you, Audacity, for that. So, $20 mic, get yourself a better video card. Do not edit with your Beats by Dre headphones, okay? People use like the worst headphones in the world to edit with, and this isn't such an issue in the beginning. But once you kind of get into like, oh, you know what, I bet I could make the audio sound better if I tweaked these settings. Keep in mind, your headphones are most likely colored. Like, the sound is adjusted. Like, if you're wearing Beats or something, it's got that bass boomed up and you're listening to the audio and you're thinking,
there's too much bass, I'll turn the bass down.
When you go to someone else's headphones, it's gonna sound horrible because there's now no voice. And there's no bass and your voice just sounds like this. You gotta get yourself some studio headphones. And this is for later, right? This isn't a big issue for now. I edited with my Apple headphones, earbuds, for a long time. Sony, I've got some MDR 7506. Make sure you get real ones, not Chinese knockoff ones. I got these, and then I replaced the cushions on here. Eventually wore out, which is apparently a common thing. Thank you to Eric Fullerton from Dead Workers Party. formally, before that went downhill, for recommending these to me. These are great. $100, kind of steep. You might not want to start with that, but just get something, look at reviews, find something maybe even in the $30 range that isn't ridiculously all over the spectrum and just produces a nice natural sound and like a flat sound, right? Because you don't want the audio colored at all. You want it to just be delivered as analytical as possible so that you can hear the most natural thing, and then that's what the majority of people will also be hearing. Be energetic. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, don't do it. All right, I've done tons of series in the past. Well, not necessarily series. I've enjoyed all the series I've done, but there's been videos where there's just no energy. I'm bored, or maybe the game is boring, or maybe I'm just tired, and I gotta burp again. Good gosh. Jeez, that was intense. Oh, I know what it was. Nah, okay, anyway. I had to think about what I ate. So, yeah, just have energy, enjoy what you're doing. If you're bored, and you might not even notice when you're playing the game, but when you sit down to edit, if you get bored while editing your own video, people are going to get really bored watching it. Don't upload it. Or, yeah, I say that. I've uploaded them. I've suffered through them and just been like,
oh, I'll make the next one better.
But seriously, you've got to have energy. You've got to be excited. Don't scream a lot. People do this a lot, and I think that's because PewDiePie made it famous. PewDiePie can do it because PewDiePie is PewDiePie. You are not PewDiePie. Stop trying to be PewDiePie and stop screaming so much. The screaming, the screeching, the cracking of the vocal. Oh. If at any point you thought it would be a good idea to make a video in which you constantly tab out of what you're doing to write into Notepad what you're doing,
don't make YouTube videos ever.
Like ever. Just don't. At some point on your channel, you're gonna have some guy come along and say,
I own a network, and if you want to send me your videos, I'll upload them there.
Don't do it, alright? I did this once, and I knew what I was getting into. I was like, what a joke. Why not? So I made this little cake video and I sent it to the guy, and he harassed me for months afterward, asking me if I was going to contribute anything else to the network. All it is, 99.9% of the time, is just some guy who owns a channel whose videos are horrible, so he leeches off of other people slightly more famous to bring them into his channel. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Just don't. Also, don't go around commenting on people's other, like, famous people's videos and be like,
I make content too. My content's really good. Come look at me and subscribe.
You're just gonna get trolled. Some people might click on it. Most people are gonna go over to your channel, dislike your videos, and leave angry little I hate your mother comments. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Most people who do that on my videos, and I'm not trying to be mean, I'm trying to help you, I block you. You get blocked. And what's great about blocking people is they don't even know they're blocked. I found this out the other day. You can block someone on YouTube. They can continue to leave comments and stuff without ever realizing that none of their comments are being shown. So a lot of you guys out there who think that you're constantly trolling me don't even know. You don't even know. But yeah, don't do that. Always try to like jump in around tentpole events, right? So that's like, oh my gosh, it's Christmas, lots of Christmas stuff. Make some Christmas themed content. If it's that one with lovey-dovey stuff, Valentine's Day. I've never celebrated it. I've never had a well, I have had a few Valentines, but I've never actually had like a female friend to take out. No, actually I did take someone out to Valentine's Day once too. Only because their boyfriend was out of town and we were like really good friends. I'm like, hey, I'll take you out. And this is way off of topic. Right, so, you know what? A great one. Today, April Fool's Day, right? Always have a good April Fool's Day prank. Now, you gotta be careful with this one, because in the age of the internet, everybody expects, like, April 1st, anything you see is gonna be an April Fool's prank. I pranked you at the beginning of this video by making you think I wasn't even gonna be in it. But thankfully, like 7 or 8 of you guys stuck around for the whole video and see that, yes, I am. I'm here. I've got my beard. It's very lovely. Good grief. It's coming again, guys. Here we go. April Fools, you gotta make it big, you gotta set it up. Because again, people are gonna expect it if you do it on April Fool's Day. For instance, last year, I had this idea kind of floating around March 2014 that I would create a rumor that I'm quitting YouTube. And then on April Fool's Day, I'd tell everybody that I'm not. And I was like, that's so great. But it was only a couple of weeks until April Fool's Day, and I'm like, nah, it's not gonna cut it, right? If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. So I kind of imagined how I would do it, right? And I was like, okay, I'll start in October 2014 saying things like,
yeah, you know, we've got to get this series finished because you never know how much time you have left. You never know, you know, when things are going to have to end or when you're going to have to leave YouTube.
I'm uncrossing my leg because it's falling asleep. And I'm like, that'll be really good. I can do stuff like that. And I can do, hey, look, you can see my mic, the sock on my mic. Anyway, I'm like, I can do things like that. And then kind of leading into November, December, just get really gloomy and dark with it and be like, yeah, you never know how much time you've got left here. We've got to get things done. And I was like, yes, That is brilliant. I'll do that, and then I will wait for a very important day. I'll say that I've got an announcement, and then on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, I will say that I am leaving YouTube. Mind equals blown. People will freak out. No one will suspect it's going to be like a trick because it's so far away from April Fool's Day. Maybe a couple people will figure it out. But, so I'll do that, and it'll be amazing. And then, of course, on April Fool's Day, I'll come back and say it's a prank. Now, of course, there would be a lot of problems with a prank like this. For instance, people would leave a lot of really nice and supportive comments, and a lot of comments would just like get to your heart and make you think, oh geez, this is horrible. I'm a terrible person. I can't trick these people like this. You might even have a subscriber make a goodbye video to you that like pulls on every heartstring and like rips it out. And you might get to a point where you're like, I can't handle this. But you gotta stay strong. You have to stay strong and resilient, and you have to make it all the way through to April 1st, and then tell everybody that this is a prank. You've all been tricked. April Fool's Day, you've been fooled. But I would never do that. That's just too cruel. I would never. Or would I? I mean, you never know what to believe today, right? It's April Fool's Day. What is real? What is not? Guess you'll find out tomorrow.